your perspective. To begin the conversation, family, I want you to comment below. Perspective is key. Perspective is key. As you guys are commenting those statements below, I put a few of these up on the screen. I saw them come in as the comments are now kicking in. There we go. Colleen says, grateful to be able to nourish my mind every waking moment. I love that, sis. Christy says, I'm grateful for the vision of my cafe is building momentum and the support I'm getting from my people. I'm grateful for Jesus, grateful to be able to walk without MS symptoms today. I'm loving that. Let's connect, Christy. Would love to hear more about your business and any ways that I could potentially help. Be sure to connect with your boy. Perspective is key. Perspective is key for sure. And again, for those watching this on the replay, salute to you. You can comment below. Perspective is key as well. To begin the conversation, family, I want to highlight this old tale, this folk tale about two shoe salesmen that work for a highly successful shoe company. Now, in this particular tale, the shoe company was aiming to expand their presence in the marketplace. They saw an area in a third world country that didn't necessarily have their products, right? They saw it as untapped potential. So they surveyed their sales force and they selected two of the best and the highest and greatest salesmen on their team. Now, mind you, these two salesmen are highly skilled. They've got great experience. They have the capabilities to, in many cases, sell salt to a snail, right? Their capabilities should not be questioned as it relates to being a salesman. So they sent these salesmen off to this third world country. Now, they put them on a task, like they gave them a responsibility. They said, hey, what we want you to do is ultimately we want you to step into this environment, survey what you observe, look at the environment, do the necessary research, and then report back your findings and what you come up with. So the two salesmen went on their separate ways. They went and they interviewed many people that were there in the environment. They did the necessary research. They connected with the locals, and then they came back and reported what they found. One salesman picks up the phone and says, hey, boss man, what I want you to do is put me on the next plane out of here because the situation seems hopeless. Nobody here is wearing any shoes. While the second salesman goes and picks up the phone and calls boss man and says, hey, boss man, I'm going to be here for a while. Extend my stay. The situation is highly optimistic because nobody is wearing any shoes. Now, the moral of this particular story in Folktale, family, is how two individuals can look at the exact same thing and have completely different perspectives. They can look at the exact same environment, the exact same situation, the exact same condition, and have two completely different perspectives. And it's this notion of this polarity, right, between these concepts and perspectives, so to speak, that individuals have that comes into play in a number of different ways. We're all familiar with the well-known metaphor that you can either see the glass half empty or the glass half full. While at the same time, to be more specific, two people can go to the exact same concert and have completely different experiences and have different perspectives on those experiences. Two people can go to the exact same restaurant and one person's like, yo, this is the best food I've ever had. And the next person's like, I'm never coming back, right? While simultaneously, two people can work at the same job and have the same career. And one person's like, I dread working here. I cannot wait until I can clock out. While another person is working the exact same job and time ceases to exist as they're operating in their element, family. It's so important for us to understand that so much of our happiness and overall well-being is determined by how we choose to view the world, right? So much of our happiness, how we feel internally, is largely dictated by what we're focusing on and the perspective that we ultimately have. So if your goal is to build a business, Christy, or to achieve a personal goal, or you're aiming to seek funders, right, or investors for your idea, or you have a fitness goal, you're aiming to run a marathon, whatever the goal is, a major key to your progress is your perspective. In fact, comment below that statement. A major key to my progress is my perspective. Because the truth of the matter is this, family, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be difficulties. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be moments where you're feeling the resistance as you're aiming to lean into success. And it's in those moments that you have to determine either you're going to find the difficulty in the opportunity or you're going to focus on the opportunity in the difficulty, right? Because ultimately our lives are shaped by what we focus on. In other words, your perspective can either be the key to your progress or it can be the root as to why you feel stuck. So as we're stepping into this week, maybe for some odd reason, you're feeling some type of way. Let me give us a real quick mindset hack that will assist us in shifting our perspective. This is how we can quickly shift our perspective. When we find ourselves feeling uneasy, when we find ourselves feeling discouraged, when you find yourself feeling disappointed about an outcome that you experienced, I want you to ask yourself this very simple question. And the question is this: is there a better way for me to look at the situation at hand? So very simple, right? What often happens is when we find ourselves in these negative patterns, these negative cycles, these cycles can perpetuate because we allow our mind to go on this negative pattern, right? We focus on what we're discouraged about, and then our mind begins to highlight other reasons why we should feel discouraged. But what you do is a pattern disrupt when you ask an empowering question, simply as, what can I do in this moment to get a different outcome? Is there a better way for me to look at the situation? Is there a better way for me to view what it is that I'm experiencing? Because it's important for us to understand your perspective is often limited based upon the information that you have at your disposal. And the truth of the matter is, you may be missing some things because you're solely focused on the negative. You may be missing the positivity, right, that can come of your situation simply because you're focused on the problem. And ultimately, what we have to understand, family, is if you can change your mindset in any given situation, you can position yourself to interact with the experience differently. I think there's a quote by Wayne Dyer where he once said, when you change what you see, the things that you begin to see will change. Ultimately, we have to learn to think bigger than how we feel, to think bigger than our current situation and circumstance. This is, in fact, the first step to any personal transformation. You have to begin to look beyond what is and visualize what can be in order for you to overcome that negative feeling that's trying to hold you down and make you feel stuck. And there's another quote that I'm reminded of by Albert Einstein where he once said, you can't solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created it, right? In other words, again, when you change your mindset, you look at the situation differently, and now you position yourself to resolve it with a different mentality. You're able to overcome that challenge all because of how you're looking at the situation. So we've said a lot of things during this particular conversation, but I'll end it by saying this. If what you see is all you see, then you will not see all that is to be seen. Again, if what you see is all you see, then you will not see, and you cannot see all that is to be seen. As you step into this week, regardless of what you face, make the commitment to be intentional about finding the value in every single experience. Seek out the opportunity in your difficulties and search for the lesson in the mistakes that you may make. It's all about us mastering our focus and aiming to maintain an effective and empowered state of mind. Your perspective, again, family, can either be the key to your success, the key to your progress, or it can be the reason as to why you feel stuck. So instead of allowing your mind to go on this negative cycle where you're focused on discouragement, disappointment, fear, anxiety, worry, stress, overwhelm, all of these things that may weigh you down, disrupt that pattern by shifting your perspective and asking an empowering question. Maybe in a later broadcast, we'll unpack the power of empowering questions and how this can transform your life. But as it relates to today's conversation, Again, that simple question that you can learn to ask yourself is simply, is there a better way for me to look at the situation at hand? If you slid into this broadcast and I was unable to give you a shout out, I welcome you. And I want to shout you out before we do conclude this broadcast. Be sure to comment below and put your name in the chat. Also, for those that are new, this is your first time or maybe your first time in a long time, I want to shout you out as well. Put a number 1 and then place your first name afterwards so I'll know you're new to the stream and I'll be sure to shout you out. Traville is in the building. My brother, salute. Hope all is well with you, King. Glad to have you tapped in live. Melissa Johnson, I see you as well. A major key to my progress is my perspective. I'm hearing you. Kevin says, what I'm hearing you say is perspective can be the key to unlock the door to greatness or the key to the door or the key to lock the door to greatness for sure. Took me a while to see what you were saying, but I hear you, brother. Kenyetta, I see you in the building, my phenomenal sister. Welcome. Felicia, great day to you. Denzel, my brother from another mother. Mindset mastery is the move. Absolutely. In fact, everybody comment below mindset mastery. That's what we want to focus on this week. Learn to master your mindset, because the truth of the matter is this, family. We cannot control what life does this week, right? Life be lifing sometimes, and the struggle can be real. We're not in control of everything that happens around us, but we are in control of what's happening within us. So let's be intentional about mastering our mindset. Leverage your ability to rise above your challenges, to seek out the solutions and the problems that you're facing, right? You can be in the midst of chaos, but still be cool, calm, and collected within. It can be raining all around you, and you can figure out how to dance in the rain and maintain a positive state of mind. You have that power. What I'm encouraging us to do is to leverage our personal power. Stay focused on the good. Seek out the value in that experience. And again, find the opportunity in the difficulty and continue to move forward. That's the name of the game this week, family. Michael, I see you in the building. Yes, sir. Mindset. Master your mindset. Master your day and your week. Mia's in the building as well. Blessings to you. Who else we got in the broadcast? I missed a few comments. My apologies. They're coming through real quick, fast, and in a hurry, but nonetheless, let's keep the train moving. Family, as we wrap it up, if we've yet to connect on other platforms, what are we waiting for? Connect with your boy at #1 Gibson. That includes Instagram, Facebook, as well as X, also known as Twitter. Be sure to connect with me on YouTube as well for all of my long-form content. That's youtube.com/David Gibson. I'm also connected on LinkedIn, so be sure to tap in there. Also, for more information on my coaching and speaking services, be sure to connect on the website at elevationisamust.com. And while you're there, you can also visit the online shop for my books that you can purchase as physical books as well as ebooks and downloads that will help you, again, master your mindset and develop success practices that will ultimately assist you in becoming the best version of yourself. With that being said, family, let's wrap this thing up, because you got dreams to catch and success to create. So each and every single one of us are going to be busy being great. We got bars on this amazing Monday. Denzel, put me on the track real quick, brother. I'm just kidding, y'all. You know I had to throw that joke in there real quick. Tanisha, I see you in the building. Absolutely, you can still catch the replay. Hope all is well with you. But as we conclude this stream, family, if you find yourself in a difficult situation or a challenging experience, just remember that this too shall pass. In fact, I want you to say that with me. For those of us that are really going through the struggle right now, your back is up against the wall, say this with me. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. In other words, have hope. Live with faith, right? Live by faith and not by sight. In other words, do not make a permanent decision that's based upon a temporary circumstance. Your situation can completely turn around. You just got to keep staying focused. Continue to maintain that mindset. Master that mentality right now as you are navigating the struggle, and figure out how you can tap into your strength. You may be saying, well, D1, it sounds good, sounds very inspiring, but you really have no idea as it relates to what I'm experiencing. I want you to come real close to your cell phone device or your laptop, wherever you're viewing this broadcast from. I may not know your situation or your current circumstance. I may not even know you personally, but what I do know is this: whatever stands in front of you and whatever stands behind you has nothing compared to what's at work within you. What I'm encouraging and challenging you at the same time to do is to step into that power. Stand up with that power. Be reminded of the power that you represent and the power that you have. You're bigger than your struggle. You're bigger than your situation. And maybe somebody needs to hear this, but you're bigger than your past. So act accordingly. Move accordingly. Enter into those spaces and raise your hand for new opportunities that you've historically been afraid of. I want you to challenge those fears. I want you to keep pushing past the worry and anxiety. And I want you to figure out how you can rise above the challenge that you are facing. Keep persisting until you succeed. Everybody comment below. It's not over until I win. That's the mindset this week. We're going to continue to shift our perspective in a positive way and maintain the concept and philosophy that it is not over until I succeed and win. Let's wrap this thing up before we start another train. But nonetheless, family, I appreciate each and every single one of you, again, for joining in on the conversation and tuning into the broadcast. Hopefully you found some value in this stream. If in fact you did, put some fist up in the comments below. Let me know that you were picking up what I was putting down during today's broadcast. Would truly appreciate that. And for those of us that did find value, please share this out. Facebook, LinkedIn, X, as well as YouTube. Share this out. Everybody watching this on YouTube, please hit the like button. And then, of course, share this out. Would truly appreciate that. With all of that being said, family, I want you to be effective this week. Be successful. Live with some passion. And most importantly, 3 pounds to your chest. 1, 2, 3. Be powerful in every sense of that word. Move with conviction. Again, live by faith and not by sight. And go get everything that has your name on it. Let's take action towards what we value and build momentum towards the success that we envision. We'll be back at it next week, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Invite a friend, family member, coworker, aunt, uncle, cousin, brother, sister, cat, dog, goldfish, whoever you got connected to it with, right? Invite somebody to the broadcast so they can join in on the conversation. But nonetheless, family, let's wrap this thing up again. Have a remarkable Monday. I'll see you all next week. Peace.
Gonna make it. I can see my shot is here, so now I'm gonna take it. Gotta get up, get out, time to stand up, get loud, time to rise up off the floor. And I'm stronger than ever now, can't hold me down no more. I'm waking up, 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 I'm waking up. So I'ma do it right now, yeah, I'ma do it right now.